Daily Broadside 954. You know how the Baptists are always led to do stuff? You know, the Lord led me to here, and I feel led to do this, and I prayed about it, and the Lord led me to this and decision and about my family and my future and all this. I'm going to go to a church on Saturday, some random Baptist church, you know, Foothills Baptist Community Church or whatever, and I'm going to walk up on the stage, the pulpit or whatever, and I'm going to tell them that I was led by the Lord today to lead this congregation. And I think that'll present an interesting theological debate there. I'm sure the guy that they're hiring to preach every Sunday, who spent the better part of the day before preparing his message, is probably going to have issue with that. He'll take umbrage with the fact that the Lord has led me. But what if the Lord has led me and it's not just a ruse? I mean, obviously I'm making up a ruse, but let's say I was led to lead a random church. Would the Lord do that? Would the Lord say, just press on your heart and be like, it's time for you to take over the Foothills Baptist Community Church? You know, Roger Staubach or whoever they got there as their preacher is not doing a good enough job spreading the message of the good word, so I need you to take over. I mean, what would happen? What would really happen? I think that was Martin Scorsese in Taxi Driver, where he's like, that you should see. That you should see. What a 44 Magnum does to a woman's, but yeah, I think you hear me knocking. Anyway, but that would be an interesting little prank to do. You walk into a church and you just feel led. They'll just ask you to leave. But really, if they ask you to leave, are they really? I mean, I think it would be kind of cool if they just sat back and you're like, you know what? Have at it, big dog. I believe in your message. What's to come? But anyway, I just left the Waffle House where there was a little drama, and I love a little drama. I love a lot of big drama. I go in there because I go to Waffle House on Thanksgiving, because I'm doing my Thanksgiving like on Friday. I don't do it on Thanksgiving. That's for weirdos. But I go in there, and I also go on Christmas Day, because I'm always by myself on Christmas Day. So I always go there, and me and the other weirdo dudes are out at the old WH. Well, today I'm there, and there's 1,100 people working in that place, and they're calling out, drop a bacon, 1 hash brown, drop a plate and a half plate and a chicken, and a couple things I'll note. Not long after I got there, they're calling out orders. You know, it sounded like an auctioneer school in there. Everybody's practicing, all that crap. And so this one girl gets a little miffed, and one of the senior, I mean, I'm just going by their age, but she acted like she'd been there a while. She was like, Cherie, it was Laverne's turn, and then you, and then me. So you need to wait a minute. And so Cherie left. Cherie walked out. She's like, she's doing this. And they're like, I'm just telling you, no. I need a minute. And so she leaves. And I'm like, well, she's got 3 or 4 other tables, And so she just walks outside. And she comes back shortly thereafter, and I was like, oh, maybe there'll be like a big, cat fight. But there was an apology, and everything was fine. I didn't like that part. But I did order ham, which it wasn't that great. I spoke of ham yesterday, and now I'm speaking of ham a second day. I didn't plan on it. Usually I go with bacon, but the lady and the guy that were cooking, that lady was making the bacon, and he was doing the eggs. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't know what to liken that bacon to, but the blackest of the black things you can think of in life is what that bacon looked like. And I'm like, I can't believe they're putting that out. And it didn't come back. I watched. I'm like, they put it on a little plate and they sent it across the restaurant, and it didn't get sent back because no one said, this looks like a charcoal briquette. I don't want to eat this. I want something that has some semblance of bacon, in it and all that. But at any rate, everything else was fine. But the ham is not that. I will say this: you get a lot more food when you order ham, because they pulled out like a 9-inch circle of ham. I mean, it was whatever. But I'll tell you who I'm tired of, and that's DeVarjay Daniel. I think that's his name, DeVarjay. I don't know what his name. I'm glad he goes by DJ, because nobody should be named DeVarjay. And his dad, Theodis Monk, who I guess is running for some. I think he's taking advantage of DeVarjay's medical condition, because DeVarjay, if you don't know, is like a 13-year-old kid who's had countless brain surgeries because of brain cancer and maybe spinal cancer. I don't know. And I don't begrudge him for having cancer. I mean, that's sad and all, and that's unfortunate. But I think we've pretty much seen enough of DeVarjay's 15 minutes of fame. There's something about this kid that's a little off-putting for me. I can't put my finger on it. But he's trying to get like sworn in every law enforcement agency in the country. It's just weird. I don't like the hugging is very uncomfortable. People go to shake his hand and he immediately hugs them. I don't know, man. It seems like an act, and he's a little bit of a perv of some of the stuff I've heard him say and all. And I'm just ready for his 15 minutes to go away. And let me tell you another thing, okay? If you've had 13 brain surgeries, stop trying to grow hair, okay? And maybe that's a cruel thing to say to a young boy who's had brain cancer, but I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm just trying to say your hair is obviously not wanting to do what you want it to do. Let the process run its course. Let you be in complete remission, and then you can kind of settle in and do with your hair. In the meantime, wear a toboggan. Nobody wants to see you looking like Jason at the bottom of a lake. He's got all this splotchy, weird, he's just, I don't know, something weird about a kid that wants to wear a police uniform everywhere he goes. I don't know. So, DeVarjay, I hope your 15 minutes is up. I wish you well. I hope you're free and clear of the cancer, but I also hope that you're free and clear of being on my phone screen every 5 seconds while I'm scrolling through different social media. That's all I have to say about that. Y'all have a good one. Get him.